The name of today's cue card is My Favorite Magazine. You should say, how do you know about that magazine? Where can you buy that magazine? What it contains? Why do you think it is an interesting magazine? You must try to speak this cue card for more than 2 minutes.
Now you can brainstorm this cue card. Here, there are some visual ideas, which can help you in brainstorming. I love reading magazines, although I read numerous magazines. The Week is my favorite magazine. It is an Indian news magazine published on weekly basis on every Friday. It contains reviews of political and social events, notes on education and literature, a few items of fiction and poetry, and much more. I came to know about it through one of my cherished friends, Krishna, who is also fond of reading magazines. This magazine can be purchased from any bookstore across India. Apart from this, one can also buy it online through the publisher's website. I prefer this magazine over all others because of its distinguishing features. The first remarkable thing about this magazine is its get-up. The cover design is quite attractive, and it is printed on very good quality paper. This magazine is divided into different sections. The first section reviews the national and international events. The editor's comments can be seen on every important news of the week. It explains every aspect of the news, and tells the readers the background story of every event. It has separate sections on arts, literature, education, science and sports. The arts section contains articles on painting, sculpture and music. These articles are interesting and informative. They are written in the simple and easy language. The literary section has a critical essay, a short story and a poem. These are written by famous authors. In the education section, the problems of teachers and students are discussed. The articles are written by people who are actively engaged in teaching. The sports section contains useful and interesting features for games and players. Another popular section of the magazine is the film section, which contains really informative articles about all aspects of films. It also reviews the new films. There are many other things in this magazine which appeal to me, but it is difficult to discuss them all. All in all, I would say that The Week is a good, interesting magazine and informative magazine. This is why I call it a very fascinating and my best loved magazine.
What do you think are the important qualities for a news reporter?
First and foremost, one of the essential characteristics of a news reporter is the dedication to his profession. Academic training would be another important aspect to become a great news reporter. Besides, being objective, curious, passionate to excel, motivated to do something better for people are some other important qualities a professional news reporter should have. Finally, being able to judge information received on different subjects, and not misinterpreting facts are two other qualities every good news reporter should possess.
What's the main difference between a newspaper and a magazine?
It's a really difficult question because as readers, people often think that these two are almost the same. But if we examine sincerely, we will notice that there are some differences between these two. First, newspapers contain short articles on current events and they are mostly daily and sometimes weekly publication. Magazines, on the other hand, include longer articles on a variety of subjects and are weekly or monthly publication. Apart from these differences, there are some minor differences as well. For instance, magazines are smaller in size than newspapers and usually more expensive. Newspapers contain fresher contents than magazines. In addition, magazines are like a book, while a newspaper is larger in size, though the number of pages is fewer than a magazine. So we could conclude that although these two forms of print media sometimes seem identical, there are many differences between them.
With the popularity of the internet, do you think newspapers and magazines will disappear?
That's a controversial yet important issue to discuss. Some people believe that magazines and newspapers will continue to be publicized irrespective of the internet's rapid progress. The way we are accustomed to reading a hard copy of a newspaper or a magazine will never be replaced fully. The appeal of reading something printed is in our blood and it would not fade away very soon. However, it is undeniable that a large number of people would read them on a computer or a handheld device. My personal belief is that as the internet is constantly advancing, the publication of the press will be restricted to some extent and all the major newspaper and magazine companies will have their online versions for readers. I can see for myself that many people prefer reading the news online rather than buying newspapers, but that does not mean that they never buy a magazine or a newspaper or will not do so in the future.
What kinds of books or newspapers or magazines do adolescents read in your country?
Adolescence time is a transitional period of life, so most of the children's hobbies and pastimes change during this time. As far as my country is concerned, I think that girls at adolescence read gossip and fashion magazines and novels with mainly romantic plots. For boys, they read sports magazines most of the time, but there are some of them who read novels as well. When I was a teenager, my peers used to read Harry Potter books and, as far as I can remember, they were mainstream.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope it helps you improve your band score. And also, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact us on Facebook and Instagram. The link is down below. See you guys in the next one. Take care.